Alright everyone, time for the second episode review of the day, which is Debasement Tapes. Veronica and Wallace watch a movie at her house. She questions him about Piss's mood, while Keith enters and says he is currently unopposed in the sheriff election. Piss is up to Veronica and states that he has been chosen to be a guide for a rock star named Desmond Fellows. However, his show depends on some tapes Desmond is carrying with him. When Piss checks him into his hotel room, they are missing. Piss calls Veronica for the case and runs into Logan in the elevator. Desmond points to several potential suspects. Logan asks Max for study help, and she agrees. Piss starts to show Desmond, and it goes terribly, as Desmond makes racial epithets and sexual advances. Veronica and Piss track down a teacher who denies involvement, but the pair find a flyer for a group that threatened to boycott Desmond's show. Piss and Desmond talk about his past and start to make progress. They end up going to a party with Dick instead of playing guitar with Piz. Logan and Mac continue to make progress on his business school report, but Mac has to call Max to continue. Desmond goes skinny dipping at his party, while Mac and Max flirt in front of Logan. Veronica discovers that Desmond's bag was actually switched with another person's. Veronica and Piz retrieve it, and in the car ride home, they briefly discuss their kiss at the party before playing a CD with some of Desmond's unreleased newer material. Keith reconnects with Leo D'Amato, who presents the case involving the Fitzpatricks to him. They stake out where the Fitzpatricks are, and Keith sees Vinnie Van Lowe helping them. However, they quickly learn that Vinnie is actually investigating the case and has trapped them in the store. Veronica and Piz supposedly get stuck in traffic and tell Desmond to play some of his newer songs until they get there, but they were actually at the concert venue and just wanted to expose the audience to his solo material. Desmond plays a show entirely of new songs, and the crowd loves it. Piss tells Desmond that he was there the whole time, but he does not react negatively. Mac, Max, and Logan finish their report, but the professor cuts Logan off in the middle and dislikes it. Leo becomes a deputy again, while Vinny enters the sheriff's office and states his intention to run against Keith in the special election. So now let's take a look at the production of this episode. Debasement Tapes was written by John Enbaum and directed by supervising producer Dan Etheridge, marking Enbaum's 17th and final writing credit for the show, and Etheridge's first and only directing credit for the series. The episode guest stars actor Paul Rudd as former rock star Desmond Fellows. During casting of the character Vinnie Van Lowe, Rudd was considered to play the part. However, the role was given instead to Ken Marino, who appears in the episode. Marino and Rudd are friends in real life. Rudd was a friend of Enbaum and Etheridge, and he was signed on to appear in the episode by the airing of Spit and Eggs. They allowed Rudd to come on the show for several years. Tom described the reason for Rudd not appearing earlier being that the crew were unable to find a good moment for the character's entry that worked with Rudd's schedule. Series creator Rob Thomas thought that the character would be a perfect role for Rudd, stating that he would perform it in a British accent and had high expectations for the comedy of the episode because it was being written by Enbaum. However, Thomas hadn't released any details about Rudd's plotline in the episode before its airing. Rudd compares his character to Andrew Ridgeley and Peter O'Toole. In the scene in which Veronica meets Desmond, the film of the camera angles, while Kristen Bell was speaking inadvertently, were inadvertently destroyed, leading to these camera angles being filmed nearly 6 weeks later. Bell had to speak her lines without Rudd present. The scene in which Desmond goes nude sweating was not included in the same format as Etheridge's version of the episode. However, Thomas enjoyed the take that was eventually used more, so he put it in the final cut. Because the show could not show full nudity, they gave the strip performer who was filling in for Rudd flesh-colored swim briefs and put him out of focus so they could notify the network that the man out of focus was indeed clothed. The lights that can be seen in the distant background of the scene illuminating the bay were placed nearly 10 miles away by grips. So I think this episode is kind of interesting, and yeah, looks like Keith is going to have some stiff competition in the special election, so yeah. So overall, I give Debasement Tapes 3 marshmallows out of 5. But anyway, tune in a bit as we check out the final episode of the day. I know what you'll do next summer. So, until then, remember everyone, The game's afoot.